internet every
Probably
now and then.
feels good that way.
He'll drive to my uncle's house to FaceTime us every now and then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, he has to make a drive to FaceTime.
It's not far. All of us are just like, my dad's kept us a pebbles throw away for sure. We all live on property. We all live really close to each other.
So if you did this thing, like if you really decided to do children's books, like realistic children's books, like how would you do that? Would you get a ghost author and sort of come up with the ideas of what you were trying to get across to kids?
Well,
what do you wish somebody told you?
I like that you mentioned that no one talks to us about drugs. I know this is going to be controversial to introduce drugs to kids. I think that there's a way, and I'd have to think about it. Wayne Coyne, who's a good friend of mine, and I did the Dead Pets record with him. Flaming Lips have been my favorite band since I was in 5th grade, and he's obviously an amazing artist. And he just had his first child, 1.5 years old. He's 6. He just had a baby. They're coming to visit me right now. And I would have him do all the illustrations, so it stays in that kind of surrealist world. Because I think that's what would get the kids to want to read this book, is that the illustrations are still surreal. And I like that about children's books. But I do think that we do need to talk about, you know, equality, and I do think there needs to be diversity in children's books. And I think also we just need to talk about the fact, I was actually happy to talk to you today because I didn't get to do therapy today because I would be with you, but it's kind of the same thing. And I was talking to him and I said, you know, sometimes it scares me that I'm too tough. And I feel like I'm not jaded and I'm not cold, but I feel too tough. And he goes, well, I'm proud of that because life is tough. And it's not to get hard.
Well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by you feel like you don't like that you're too tough?
I feel that I worry sometimes that I can get over things easily. I don't fall to the floor and crawl up in a ball the way that I used to. And I think that's a part of me growing up. Like when, you know, I recently just went through a very public divorce that fucking sucked. What really sucked about it wasn't the fact that me and someone that I loved realized that we don't love each other the way that we used to anymore. That's okay. I can accept that. I can't accept the villainizing and the just all those stories that, like, it's just amazing to me that the public kind of thinks that there's no gap of time that they didn't see that could possibly be what led to this. Like, it's not one day you were happy on the carpet and the next day you were making out with your friend in Italy. What the fuck? Well, there was a lot of time in between that you didn't see. It didn't go.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know.
Yeah, but you can't rely on someone else's narrative, right?
No.
Like, especially someone who doesn't know you. You really shouldn't even read what people write about.
Well, what's
you.
crazy is my dad, again, you know, my dad's been a real figure in my life. And my dad, when he got his Grammy nomination, he went to the Grammys in a John 3:16 shirt, and he didn't get the Grammy. And the next day, the New York Post or someone put, even God can't save Billy Ray Cyrus in his career. And he was sitting next to Johnny Cash. They were going to something. I have a Johnny Cash tattoo that was handwritten to my dad from around that time. And he said, what the hell? Just like you say to me right now, you're my Johnny Cash. You know, he said, what the hell are you doing reading that?
Yeah.
And my dad said, I just never really picked up the paper again. But again, my dad didn't buy that paper. It was just kind of in your face.
You should have thought that was funny.
He does now. Now he just says, well, whatever will get Johnny Cash to come and sit next to me and talk to me. Now he loves it. And it's been really good to have him go before me. You know, it's kind of that buddy system. I think it'd be really scary if I wouldn't have been able to see that. But to your point of, I don't click on this shit. You know, it comes into my life by, if
Other
I walk
people,
by a magazine
right.
stand, which I like to walk on the street, and it says like, Miley's on drugs and pregnant, and then I think one of those things are true, but not the other. Fuck you for lying about me.
Yeah, but that's all they have. I mean, when someone's in the public eye and someone's as prominent as you are,